If you want to advance in the twin flame ascension journey faster than ever before, then the best way to do it is by activating your solar plexus or strengthening your solar plexus, the third chakra from below. It is the chakra which gives you confidence, it gives you faith, it gives you trust. It gives you so much that it's very hard for some people to even believe it. That is it possible? Is it possible that if I work on my solar plexus, on my third chakra, things will change, my life will change so drastically? Many people don't believe it, so obviously they don't try it. However, when I do the chakra alignment course with people, I tell them how important it is for your chakras to be aligned and the energy to be flowing clearly without any stoppages from your Sushumna. Your Sushumna gives energy to your nadis. 72,000 nadis we have, and we have two important nadis. One is for the masculine and one is for the feminine. So all of you have two nadis in your body, which is Ida and Pingala. Ida is lunar, feminine, and Pingala is solar, masculine. So till the time you don't understand the energetic anatomy of your body, you see your body just as a physical structure. If you operate your body also, then also you will see the nerves and the bones and the flesh and all that. But you can't see your energetic body. There are some people who can read auras, there are some people who can do clearings and this and that. Why they are able to do it? Because they can see people's energy, they can feel people's energy. So they can do the clearing that, okay, there is a blockage here and there's a blockage there and things like that. So as I said, if you want to grow, the fastest way, the shortest way, the easiest route is through your solar plexus. A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there. Welcome to my channel. In this session, I'm going to be talking to you about solar plexus activation or solar plexus unblocking, smooth working and functioning of solar plexus, why it is so important in the twin flame journey. You cannot ascend any further if your solar plexus is not working fine, which is the third chakra from the bottom. In Hindi, it's also called Manipur chakra, Hindi or Sanskrit. Manipur itself means the city of jewels. Why it is said this way? That's because every soul, every person has naturally being given jewels. If you look at the pictures of Indian gods and goddesses, you will see that they have lots of jewelry. They have a crown, they have some kind of a weapon, they have a trishul, or they have in one hand they will have a conch shell, and every particular thing that they are holding, even the animal companion they have, because every single Hindu god and goddess, they always have a best friend, which is an animal. They may not be seen with their divine counterpart in many pictures and in many places, because divine counterpart doesn't mean that they have to constantly be together. When people think that twin flame journey or any relationship is about two people being constantly together 24/7, I think those people are mentally sick. They are mentally unhealthy who think that 24/7 you are supposed to be with your partner 24/7, and if you're not with your partner 24/7 like a jailer or like a CCTV camera, then your relationship is not a good one. That's how some people think, and that is a very deep, troubling mental disorder, and many people have it. Don't think that only few people have it. Many people have it. In the karmic world, in the karmic reality, most people are like that. Maximum people are like that. They think that love and relationship is about capturing a person's soul and body and life and everything. It's not about love. It's not about letting them be what they want to be, letting them be free, be happy. They don't understand that when there is love, you naturally take care of each other. So there has to be a balance, whether you're living together constantly or you're not. Still, you need to mentally be like an individual who has his or her own life. Okay. In twin flames, what happens is that most people, maximum people, I think 99.9% people have to go through some kind of a physical separation or some kind of separation, where they have to feel like they are not together with each other. That's because universe is trying to teach them that separation is a myth. If you love someone, you're obviously united with them. But physical intimacy, physical connection, always physical, that is not the right thing to do. So that's why most people are supposed to experience first separation, suffer, be miserable, feel bad, listen to all the worldly people, go by the programming, go by the toxicity, follow everyone, follow the crowd, and after a lot of trial and error, finally they come to a conclusion that, the person I love, my beloved, can never be separate from me as such. Okay? They can do whatever they want to do, and I can do whatever I want to do. If I love them, that's more than enough for me. Why love has to be so choking all the time? Why love has to be, like I said, a CCTV camera, constantly watching a person? Even this over-stalking. Some people stalk their masculine and feminines all the time. You stalk someone here and there, or you want to check out about them, or you don't want to make a phone call, so you say, okay, let me just check out how they're doing. It's okay. But even then, most people get sad because what they see on the social media or everywhere is all happy pictures, all great things are happening, amazing things are happening in the other person's life, because everyone shares that. Majority of people on social media will only share how great their life is and how amazing their life is and how happy they are, which is also okay. Actually, when you reach a certain place, you feel everything is okay. Okay, everybody is sad any which way, everybody is miserable, so why don't they share something good about their life? Once I met a woman who was under a lot of debt, like huge amount of debt. They didn't even have enough money to get proper meals at that point in time, so people were just helping her, donating food and all. But if you would look at her Instagram or her Facebook, you would think that she's some top-notch businesswoman who goes to the fancy hotels, who goes to the fancy places, because she was in fact even homeless. Like, she had a place where she was always getting kicked out, then they had to secretly get inside, and all of that drama was going on. Sometimes they were living in the park, sometimes they were living somewhere. But they knew how to use the public utilities. They knew how to, get things where you can get clean water, where you can get to take a bath, where she can change the clothes. The whole family was getting managed like that. So she was doing some work also, trying to make money, obviously. Or every time she was getting invited for a party or for an event, for a get-together, she would most definitely go. And the crazy part was that she also has stuff with her. Every time I would see her somewhere, but because I'm an energy healer and I can read people, so she could not hide it from me for a long time. I figured it out that something is wrong with her. So when I asked her this same question, I said, on your social media, you have put like such fancy pictures, you live such a fancy life. Who would believe? Who would think that you're homeless and you're getting kicked out and all of that is happening with you? She said, this is what the people who have given money and we are not able to pay them, they also say the same thing. That looking at your Facebook life and Instagram life. In fact, this woman was doing some social media related work only. That was her work, So she had to maintain a very good image on the social media. What this told me one fine day when I was thinking about it, this happened like quite some time back, probably 3-4 years back, I think. It made me think that, such a contrast. Like, why can't this happen in a DM's life and a DF's life also? So then once I asked a question in a therapy only from a DM, again same thing I felt, that he had a very happy life, posting very nice pictures, travel photos, this, that, hanging out together. It felt like it was a great marriage that he was into, and he was actually going through a very ugly divorce. So if you look at the pictures, you would see that there is a very understanding couple, very happy couple. They are traveling all the way to different countries, different places in the globe, having nice dinners. Even in the status updates, you could see that all the hearts were there, smileys were there. So nobody could actually make even a wild guess that this type of a couple is going through such a difficult time with each other. So people post things on Facebook, on Instagram, wherever they can, but don't go by it. In fact, the more you ascend, you will use your social media to share positive messages, to share reality, to talk about truth, to talk about things that really, can impact even the one person who reads it. You can simply inspire someone else to choose to be more authentic. So now, most important thing that's needed in ascension is confidence. And the seat of confidence is your solar plexus. Solar plexus is also connected to the sun energy, the solar energy. That's why it is called solar plexus. So those who have read the Vishnu Puran, you would know that Vishnu, the creator, gives birth to Brahma, Mahesh and Lakshmi. But Brahma and Mahesh, they are born from his navel. And people who have studied food science, and people who have studied Ayurveda, or people who just study the right things, they would know that your navel is a very, very important part in your body. Your gut is one of the most important parts of your body, not your brain, but your guts. Because again, this area of the navel, the area around the navel is the most important area. Even the child, when it's born, it's connected. The umbilical cord is connected to the mother's navel. Both are connected like that. So just imagine what kind of science it is. Once the baby is born, the baby is now going to get nourishment, energy, everything from the outside world. So the sun becomes the nourishment provider. The sun becomes the energy provider, especially the masculine energy provider. The masculine is very practical. The masculine energy is practical. It is not that emotional. It is not dramatic. It's analytical. It wants to get the work done in the easiest, fastest and smoothest way, which will give best results. That's how masculines would think. A masculine energy, I mean. Feminine energy is emotional, nurturing. But we don't want to say that only one energy will give the best results. The combination of both, the balance of both will create the best results. And therefore, when you work on your solar plexus is the chakra which can give energy upwards as well as downwards. That's why it becomes the most important chakra, according to me. Okay, because see, any which way the root chakra is blocked, the the sacral chakra is blocked, heart is blocked for some people. Some people have very open, clear third eye chakra, very strong intuition, but they're very scared of love. They cannot express themselves. Throat chakra is blocked. So one by one, when your chakras start working fine, then you start living from the 3D to the 4D, then to the intersection, and then from there you move to the 5D. Once you're in 5D, I think literally you're taken care of, because you are only going to ascend after that. I don't think there can be looking back, unless, I don't know, if you do a very big blunder or something, I'm not sure. But usually reaching to 5D is not easy. And that's why it is so difficult, so that anyone who reaches 5D knows what they're entering into, and they understand that what is love, what is humanity, what is unity, what is a union. They know it by experience, by effort, and because their only desire is to integrate with source. That's the only one desire they have. Usually we say that desires are always painful, but we say that forget all desires, forget all worldly desires, but have one desire, and that is to integrate with the source, and most of your everything will happen after that. Everything will be taken care, because you are integrating with the source. Okay, so solar plexus is the one chakra that can help you in your twin flame journey majorly, especially for twin flamers. I don't know how many people are genuine twin flames here on this channel, to be honest. I don't have a count or anything. People keep coming and people keep going. New people come, new people go, old people go. Some stay consistently. Some are doing inner work for last 2 years, 3 years. Because you need to understand that this is not a work that can happen in 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, even 6 months. This is something which needs dedication. It needs true love. If you are not going to give true love to your own self, how can anyone else love you? Or how can you be ready to receive the love? Because by giving love to yourself, you become ready to receive love. Okay? So I'm going to tell you what exactly happens when you activate or you work on your solar plexus. The sound of solar plexus is Ram, Ram or Ram, 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 Ram. It becomes Ram. And this is such a powerful sound because this is a well-researched sound. Many thousands of years ago, even when nothing was here probably, the super scientists, our forefathers, our great forefathers, the ascended masters, they came up with the sound energy. First of all, we are all energy, and secondly, we all operate a lot. We all operate, our basis of operations, it's all connected to sound. You must have heard a baby, the first words that the baby always says is ma, 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 ma. Why? Because this sound is the sound that you hear the most when you're in the womb. It's the sound you hear when you're in that vibrational zone. So the child keeps hearing so it's the easiest sound to catch. Right? Now Ram is a sound which is a very powerful sound. It's a Bij mantra. It's a seed mantra, as we say. So when you chant a Bij mantra, any Bij mantra, it is going to, once it is activated, once it will get the right ground, it will get the right manure, it will get sunlight, whatever it needs, nourishment from the atmosphere, it will start growing up. Once it grows, then it will give many seeds. And every seed can give many seeds. So it keeps going on and on and on and on and on. This mantra can actually get you out from the worldly trap. It is so powerful because it creates a certain energy when you chant it or when you hear it, when you listen to it continuously. It will create such a strong energy, such a purging will happen in you that you will slowly and gradually, maybe slowly, maybe fast also for some people, because it totally depends on what your evolution of the mind is and what situation you're in and how much work you have done in your past lives, or if you're not from planet Earth, you were in some other galaxy, what was your reason of coming to planet Earth, what type of vibration, what type of frequency you carry, all of that. And some people will get very automatically drawn to Ramayana and Ram Katha and the sound of Ram, because they have it in them, you get very drawn to it. Now this energy is so powerful that it irritates negativity, like negative people, negative energy, demonic energy. Whenever they come across this sound or whenever they meet a person who has practiced this sound a lot, they will not like that person, So when you're working on yourself, sometimes you will feel that, many people are out there to get you. They are not out there to get you, they are just irritated with you. And it is good because the more they will try to irritate you, the closer they will go to you, they will get burned very badly. Something will always happen to them. They will learn a lesson and they will stay away from you. This is how this energy works. It's so powerful. At the same time, it gives you huge energy just in case you're in the battlefield. You can't always be escaping or running away from people. All types of people are present on planet Earth, all type of energies. At one point, you can see only humans. Later on, you start realizing that no, so many things are existing in this same planet. In fact, planet Earth, I honestly feel that planet Earth is the place to be in, because all of the adventure, everything is connected to planet Earth. You want to go up to 5D also, you need to go via 3D, So three-dimensional reality is actually the creator of all other higher realities and lower realities as well. It is literally in the center. So this planet also, if you want to win this planet also, if you want to get out of the Maya of this planet, then also this sound is very, very important for you. Also remember one thing, that in the twin flame ascension journey, again we are talking about polar energies, opposite energies, masculine energy, feminine energy. Constantly you hear masculine, feminine, polar energy, this energy. You constantly hear these words. And then, we see that there is a sort of a difference, a natural difference is there in how men behave and how women behave. However, when you are ascending, you don't see things like that. You don't say, oh, if you're a man, you're supposed to act like this, you're supposed to behave like this. Oh, if you're a woman, you're supposed to do this, you're supposed to do that. That's not how it works, because technically you are a soul. But when you come to planet Earth to have a human experience, you choose to have a certain type of body. You sometimes may not even relate with the things that people tell you, that just because you're a girl, you're supposed to do this. Just because you're a guy, you're supposed to do this. Oh, you're a guy, you cannot be sensitive, you cannot cry. Oh, you're a guy, you cannot plant trees, or you can't be a gardener. You got to do this, you got to do that, blah, blah, blah. When you look at the early man, or you look at the people who were starting the civilization, you will see that all these jobs, like nurturing related jobs, especially the environment, men were doing it. Most men were the farmers, most men were growing the trees and growing the crops and everything. Women were obviously supporting them, and animals were constantly supporting them, but he was the one who was carrying out the mission, because not only he had the physical power, but he could also nurture them. So these men who can live with the Mother Earth, who can toil in the sun, who can toil in the soil, who can get dirty, who can, do all these things, they need that nurturing plus the providership in them. Where does it come from? Every man gets energy from feminine energy only. Every masculine energy, all source of masculine energy is feminine energy. So without Shakti, which is feminine energy, Shiva is incomplete. Shiva cannot be Shiva without Shakti. Shiva cannot be happy without Shakti. When Sati had perished herself into holy fire that she only created, for many years Shiva was not Shiva. He was just in some place, meditating, aloof from the world, not talking to anyone, just living his life. When Parvati was born, she recognized him obviously in childhood only. She approached him, he was like, no. But he was still in that state, where he was still like not with his, in his union, you could say. He also, like even gods and goddesses, on planet Earth, they also have this phase of union and then separation and union and separation, to eventually reach to a point where there is no such thing as separation. There is only union. And that's why I say that you can see their pictures, whether it is Parvati, whether it is Shiva, you'll see them in many pictures, in many stories. They are doing their own individual things. Somebody is in one battlefield, somebody is in some place, somebody has gone somewhere, they're doing their own things. But then you are looking at them as, this is my divine counterpart. Now, I have done readings for few people, and they have told this to me that, I really want to meet my divine counterpart. It is like a big thing in me that I want to see my divine counterpart and this and that, but they don't do any therapy, they don't do any inner work. They only just keep dreaming, daydreaming, they keep doing desiring for the divine counterpart, and they're extremely addicted and attached to that thought or that image. They don't understand that the divine counterpart that they seek constantly, they are chasing constantly, that is coming from them only. Within them lies their divine counterpart, okay? And when you have a divine counterpart, you don't have to, think and question and this and that. So Shiva always had a divine counterpart, and that was Shakti. But they had to go through a certain time of separation. A physical separation was very much required, because they both had to do some kind of inner work. So when you are doing inner work, you should just do inner work, you should not think like what's going to happen and this and that. Shiva was definitely not thinking about anything else when he was doing his inner work, or when he was meditating alone, because romance is not the only thing that exists in this world. The love between the man and the woman, this is not the only thing you're here to do, because some people literally think that this is the only thing you're supposed to do day and night 24/7. They're constantly thinking like this, always lost in the romance and the this and that, and that's how the reptilian extraterrestrials have actually fooled you to believe, do nothing, just keep thinking about love, and this is not even the real type of love. This is the false love, the love addiction. So when I use the words masculine, feminine, divine counterpart and this and that, you need to understand that those people who have a divine counterpart, they have done huge amount of inner work that you cannot even imagine, that you don't even want to do. Okay? So it's one thing to say, I want my twin flame, I want my this, I want my union. Keep wanting it, but not do anything in that direction. That way you will never meet your divine, so-called divine counterpart, because your divine counterpart energy is already there, it already exists. You don't know it because you're living on planet Earth and you're here to do something important. You're not here for time pass. You're not here to waste the time that universe, God has given to you. Every single minute, every single second that you have here, it is given to you by God to do God's work. Okay, but what do you do in that? You watch random movies, you're hanging out with people, you want other people's approval, you want people to like you because you're doing things that the ego wants you to do. None of it is coming from the space of self, Even the ego only wants you to have a beautiful partner, a good looking, handsome partner, this partner or that type of partner. You make a love list. Few years back, this concept of love list became very popular. I don't know, it was done by an author or somebody. She said that, I wrote a love list which had so many things, and when I found my husband, he had all those qualities, and it was being shown on television quite a lot, which I found to be utterly stupid because I felt that how can you just say that I want a person like this, with 20 qualities, and maximum qualities are obviously physical qualities. They are not real qualities. They are all materialistic qualities. He should look like that. He should have this type of eyes. He should be doing exercises like this. He should cook food for me. Like basically they need a servant, but they also need a good looking servant, slave. They also need a servant who can, instead of taking salary from them, give them salary, give them money, take them out for shopping. Basically just hover around them throughout the day like the bee hover around the flower. Even the bee doesn't hover around the flowers all the time. They do it when they need the nectar. They do it when they are storing the food for themselves. They are also doing a certain type of job. They are not doing it because they have nothing better to do in life, and that's why they're doing it. And along with hovering around the flower, they are doing an integral job of spreading the pollen grains and the seeds, so that more flowers can be created, and they can spread natural beauty and nature around them. But you don't understand, most people don't understand this, that the twin flames are here to create a space for the coming generation, for the people who are going to be authentic lovers. You're not supposed to be a lover of somebody, some concept of love. A very nice quote by Ramdas where he said that I am not interested in being a lover. I am interested in only being love. Because when you become love, when you feel the love, when your every pore is full of love, then you experience something that you have never experienced before. And by chasing and by running the false idea of love, you are only going further away from love. That's why we tell people to stop chasing, to stop running. And we can obviously talk more to the chasers, because the chasers are the ones who are doing this type of research work, and they are the ones who are looking for it, because it doesn't even matter if you're born in a man's body or a woman's body. If you are a chaser, you are simply a chaser. Because it's my experience of talking to so many people, at least a number of people I've spoken to, the men who have worked with me, the men who contact me, they are all chasing love. And they are all chasing the idea of love. They could be chasing the idea of love in a specific person, or they could be chasing it in different people. Like you meet one person, it doesn't work out. You're like, no, this is not going to give me love, second, third, fourth, and it goes on and on and on. And one fine day when they're sick and tired, then they will either come for a reading, or they'll say, I want to get into therapy. But why men are always less in number than women? When it comes to chasing, why men are always running? A lot of people write to me, they say that why you are so against the men. Men are not so bad, or all your channelings are about women and not about men, which is not true actually. Whenever I talk about the divine masculine energy, I always mention that the masculine is mirroring the feminine. So anything that you hear and listen in the channeling about the masculine, it is definitely going to happen to the feminine. It will happen a bit differently in the feminine's life, but it will happen. And that's how she changes, and that's how he changes. So when you see your masculine is getting away from the karmic entanglement, or he's not being the same person that he used to be, that's because you're not being the same person that you used to be. And you're obviously more open, because the feminine energy is more intuitive energy, more sensitive energy, more open to messages. They are not that open to messages because they have different type of energy, different type of body. Sometimes the body also comes in the way. Sometimes the body creates a lot of blocks. Like when women go through PMS and hormonal changes, they go through huge issues at that point in time. So they get very tired, or they get depressed and things like that. Men are obviously not going through menopause, or they are not going through PMS, and they are not getting periods every month, going through periods every month and going through pain and uncomfortable, like you're in discomfort basically during those 3, 4, 5 days, 6 days, whatever. There is a constant feeling that something is happening in my body and this and that. So that's why men and women are different, okay? But again, as I said, that this energy, the more you work on your solar plexus, you will get very accustomed and adjusted well with your body also. Anything that happens in the body, it will not affect you so much. And if it stops affecting you, you will stop reacting to it. Automatically, that whole concept that I'm a man and I'm a woman, that will go away. So women become very smart and very balanced when they do source integration. Men also become, nurturing, and they have certain level of empathy, emotions towards other women, children, animals, birds. So things change. So Ram mantra is a powerhouse of energy. It protects us. So it's a very protective sound. If you chant it a lot, it will keep you away from negative energy, negative people, or at least it will keep you in a space where you can just be. Why is it called Bijakshar? Bijakshar means, as I said, the Bij mantra, the seed mantra. The sound Ra, not Ra, is a Agni Bij, which means it is a fire energy. Then is the sound, Ra. The sound is a sun seed of sun. So you have seed of fire, you have seed of sun, and then Ma is the seed of moon. So when these three seed sounds come together, when they combine together, they create a very powerful sound, which is Ram. And it should be chanted in a very spiritual manner, in a very pure manner. You should not be chanting it just because, you are, wanting to have a good impression. Like in India, this happens. People say Ram, Ram and this and that because they want to sound like good people. But, it is very easy for you to, again, figure out who is in what energy. If your energy gets amplified, or if you are in the right zone, you can read people very easily. You need to chant this sound with a lot of faith. Like, believe that it will change my life. It will help me get into my union. You obviously need a guru's grace to get this sound energy as a Diksha. Diksha means when you get initiated by a master. In ancient India, there used to be one kind of a rite or a ritual. A small ritual used to be performed where, the teacher, the guru, would give the students the name, the blessing or the instruction that you're supposed to do this every single day of your life from now onward. So you need a right teacher, a right master. Now I can give you all this information, but once you start doing this practice, then automatically you will have a desire that I need a master, I need a guru, a real guru, who can connect with me even in mystical realms, not just physical realms. Okay? Some of the ascended masters have obviously physically left the planet, but they are still doing this work, and they are still initiating students, disciples, or new disciples who get initiated by them. They constantly help them, meet them, and connect with them. So as I said a while back that, just the way you need a regular seed also needs water, soil, and the right type of weather conditions, and soon it becomes a tree. Similarly, this particular mantra is like that. The sound energy is like that if you keep giving it continuous nourishment, continuous practice means continuous nourishment, it will grow so big that you will always remain integrated with the source, always. Now, most people who are suffering in the twin flame journey, they constantly complain about negative energy, that this one is negative, that one is negative, life is negative, people are negative, my parents brought me up like this, my parents did this and my parents did that, or my upbringing was like that, which is all fair, okay? But all of this, we consider this to be, if you combine it, it is all stinking energy, bad energy, dirty energy. And if say you are in a room and you have this stink or this dirty energy, then you need to open the window and you need to let the dirty energy or the stink, it should go out, right? Similarly, if you are not going to do inner work, if you are not going to clear what is there, what is stinking, what is dirty, if you are not going to throw it out, it will rot and it will become worse. It will not let you sit peacefully, because the whole idea is to be peaceful. Whether you are with your counterpart physically or not physically, you need to be in peace, that somebody is in my life. Now, unfortunately or fortunately, I don't know, for some people, because that's how they learn, many great teachers and masters, they learned via the route of romantic love. When they got heartbroken, they experienced unrequited love, then they start working on themselves. Before that they were not. Before that they were also sad and they were miserable and they were trapped in the worldly desires. Then maybe with the grace of God, maybe something happened, things shifted, and they came across this emotion, this feeling that, I am not going to suffer like this anymore. If there is love, I want to find what love is. I want to find the true love. So they go out in the search of true love. They become the lover of truths. Because true love is what everyone needs, not false love. Most people are stuck in the false love and they remain stuck in it for many, many years. And they think that whatever they are doing is called inner work, and even waiting they consider it to be inner work. Again, one more example comes to my mind. There was one lady, she came for reading and she was very angry, very upset. I don't know why she was upset with me, because when she asked me certain questions about the union, the answers were not positive. So I told her that this is not a positive answer. She should have been happy, at least somebody is honest enough to tell me that, stop doing this, stop wasting your time. She said that, but I have been liking this person for 10 years or 11 years. Now, after 10 years and 11 years, I should get that person. So just because you're obsessed with a person for 10 years and 11 years and just liking someone doesn't mean that for a certain number of years, if you continue to like them, you'll be in union. Because maybe she heard somewhere in some channeling, because people go to many channels. They don't just go to one channel or two channels. They go to many different places. And then she was told by someone that after 10 years, the union will happen. Or someone had told her previously, like 2 years, 3 years back, she got some reading and someone had told her that once you complete 10 years, loving this person, liking this person, or 11 years, your union will happen. After 11 years, the union obviously did not happen. On the contrary, he told her to just leave him alone, because he was married and he had some, thing going on in his life, and he felt very uncomfortable with this crazy behavior. When she told him that, I've been liking you for so long, and she assumed it, she assumed some reader, that's why I tell people, don't go for every reader also, please. Think about it, whosoever you're going to. So, after 11 years, finally she found my channel and she's like, I want to be mean to this reader. I want to question this reader. Whereas some other reader 4 years, 5 years back had told her that your union will happen after you complete the 10th or 11th year, okay? That's what she said. Now I'm in the 11th year. Still my union has not happened. You tell me why my union has not happened. Had you done therapy with me, had you worked with me for a year, or had you done whatever I was telling you to do, then still you can question me that, I'm not having this and that. And then also I would have said that if you don't see any change in you, then it would be better you go through something else or you do something else, because this is not definitely working out for you. You may not even be a twin flame, you may not be experiencing an ascension journey. You could be just listening to the videos and audios, or you could be just following other people, who are sounding very pure and cute and innocent and, nice, happy, loving people are there, and you see they are also full of love and full of, sacrifice and inner work and this and that. So they want to be a part of that group sometimes, They don't know how much pain they have. They don't know how much pressure they have gone through or stress they have gone through, and after which they decide to follow the right path. Okay, so people ask these type of questions, like, I've been obsessed for a person for 11 years. Now you tell me why my union is not happening. Okay, the union is not happening because your focus is not the union. The union will only happen when you are only focused on the union, and first of all you need to know what is a union. Some people ask me this question, when will my 5D union happen, and then when will my 3D union happen? Actually, they only want the 3D union. Let's be honest about it. They don't want anything else. They just want, like I said, to be with the masculine or the feminine, the body, physical intimacy. They want some marriage, they want some engagement, or they want something like that to happen. That's all they care about. So they don't care about the other things that are required for it. So they are trying to ask me actually only about 3D union, but they want to sound a little wise and more dedicated. So they say, will my 5D union happen? Okay, because they have heard in the channelings that without the 5D union, 3D union is not possible. So why can't they just ask me the question about when will my 5D union happen? When will my real union happen? Why they ask about 3D? Because actually they want to ask about only 3D only. That is the only thing, but they want to play a bit of game, or they want to try, little bit of smartness, and then they directly don't want to come to that question. They're feeling, maybe some of them feel a bit shy. Should I ask this or not? Because she has already said it in the channeling, work on your 5D union, and how come I can ask this? There is no problem in asking anything you want to ask. You can ask any question. Literally, the tarot intuition always answers. Okay, but the answer is always given to you based on your state of mind, based on your energy, based on who you are as a person. Whether you are open to the truth or not, that is what changes the whole game. Okay, so please work on your solar plexus. Do whatever it takes, research about it, find out about it. Whatever I'm talking about, is it even scientific or not? Cross question it. If you want to get into chakra therapy, you can get into chakra therapy with me. For your personal situations, hand holding, counseling, audio, video, you can write to me at TheSunamoon@gmail.com after going through the description box. And kindly do not share your twin flame journey in advance with me. Thank you so much for doing inner work, and thank you so much for being open to listen to all of this. Truth can be a bit bitter. Salt is not sweet. Sometimes the talks can be salty. They can be a bit bitter. They can be a bit straightforward in the face. But only these talks are going to help you, because these type of talks have only helped me. Sugar-coated talks and sweet talks and talks that create more delusion, they never help. Never help. They only delay. Okay, so thank you so much for being here with me. Thank you so much for everything that you're doing for yourself and for planet Earth. Thank you so much for trying to be authentic, real. And thank you so much for seeking true love. Not the false love, only true love. You can also get my book, In the Name of Love, which is based on the journey of finding your ultimate soulmate. Again, link is given in the description box. One love and peace out, and see you in another one.